Maddie. Today we're going to be doing a soft girl makeup tutorial. So if you're interested in that soft pink look, let's get into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is moisturize your face with any moisturizer that you like and works for your skin. This is the one that I like to use and it works for me. I already applied some, so the next step would be primer. I use the e.l.f. Grip Primer, but I won't be using that today because I'm going to be taking this right off. But getting into the actual makeup, the first step I do is my eyebrows. I use this Morphe brown pencil, the shade Java. And I have pretty thick brows, so I won't be using too much, but I use this to fill this in with any sparse areas of my eyebrows. The next step I will be doing is concealing the brows. I use this Too Faced concealer in the shade Cookie. I don't use the applicator directly, but I do take this on a small thin line brush and I put the product onto there and just outline my eyebrows. The next step that I will be doing is my foundation. I use this NARS foundation in the shade Tahoe. I also use a lot of Real Technique brushes. They are the best brushes that I have tried so far and they're affordable. So if you can get in tune with these, your makeup will look so flawless. And then I'm just going to blend it out. Now that that's all blended, I'm gonna go back in with the same concealer and highlight my face. I like to let the concealer dry, so as I do that, I place my contour and my blush. For cream contour, I honestly love using this e.l.f. concealer. It just blends very well and it's in the shade Rich Chocolate. And then I just contour the side of my face, my forehead, sides of my nose. I'm gonna blend this in with another Real Techniques brush. This brush is very dense and it has a slant, and I just press it in. Don't really drag. For my nose contour, I like to use a slightly smaller. It's not so dense, but it has a little slant and it's kind of round. And then I just blend it all the way up into my eyebrows. My favorite blush is the Juvia's Place blush. It is so pigmented. You only need a little bit, and this is in the shade Blush Lily. I like to place this higher on the cheekbone so that we can blend it better and it doesn't drag your face all the way down. Then I blend it out with a fluffy round brush. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. I'm gonna add on the product because if you put too much, your whole entire face will be pink. So I'm just gonna put it on as needed. It really is the perfect soft pink, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more just so that it could be a little bit more visible. Now that we got the blush placement, I'm gonna go back with the flat brush and just carve my concealer out and bring it back up to lift my face. I also use a flat brush to get into the creases of my eyes so that it's not cakey and creasing. I'm gonna blend this out with another Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna pat 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 until it melts all the way. You also want to blend the outer edges first before you go into the middle of your face, and I also like to leave the under eyes for last. When blending out your concealer under your eyes, you want to make sure to look up so that you're getting all in the creases, and that when you put your pressed powder or your setting powder, no creases whatsoever. You can leave your concealer just like this, but if you like a bright under eye, you can go in with the shade Lighter. I'm gonna go in with Kylie Cosmetics in the shade 4WN, and I'm gonna put it right in the inner corner of my eyes. Now I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier powder in the shade Banana. I'm gonna put it on my little sponge. Get a decent amount. You're gonna wanna look all the way up and press in. Do y'all see the difference? Yes. Baby, I love a matte look. Like, I really, really do. And don't worry about the product fading. We're gonna go in and do a second round of powder on top of the liquids. You never want to leave your liquids wet like this, so that's why we're gonna go in with more powder. And you're really just following the shape of every liquid product that you applied. I just take the excess and go like all around my face, even the eyebrows. That gives you a really matte look. For our powder bronzer, we're gonna go in with the Juvia's in the shade Medium. I'm gonna use the same brush and everything just to pat it in the same exact spots that we put the contour in. If your lines from the concealer are too harsh, this is the time where you go and take your bronzer and just blend it out. If you want to, you can even hit the jaw to give you a slimmer jawline. And don't forget about the nose. I even take the bronzer and just put it on my eyelids as well so that they're not just shiny with my natural oils. And blend that into the nose. I do think my concealer is still a little wet, so I'm gonna go back in with the Laura Mercier and just put it in the places that are just a little bit wet. If you want an even more tan look, you could go in with a darker bronzer and just repeat the same steps. You're just gonna have to blend it a little bit more because that's a lot. If you get a little too excited with your products and apply a lot, you can use a regular face brush to just blend it out. This one is more loose rather than dense, so it doesn't move the product too much, but it blends very well. I'm gonna get the nose too because I really like a darker look on the nose. And then my favorite part again, I go in with the Juvia's blush in the shade Volume 4. This is such a pretty pink. As y'all can see, I use her down. Perfect shades, and I'm gonna use the same brushes again just to go over the same spots that I did before. Perfect. Hey, have a good day. I don't know, I never used to like blush until I tried it one day, and ever since I've just had blush blindness. I don't know, I don't make the rules, but if you want to be a soft girl, you definitely have to use that pink blush, okay? I always used to be into the baddie makeup, and I would do this same exact look with just the bronzer, like heavy bronzer. And don't get me wrong, that eats, but this is just, I don't know, chef's good. So now that you're looking like a mattified Barbie, you could go in and spray your face with your favorite setting spray. I use Morphe. I've never really found like a good setting spray. I've used One Size, I used a couple other things, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Some people like to use 3 setting sprays, some people like to use the whole bottle, but we need a product that's just gonna do it with one little, you know. But for now, I'm gonna be using my Morphe girl, and I'm not gonna use too much because, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Before I was rudely interrupted, make sure everything is dry. We're gonna go in with the Morphe setting spray and just spray your face. That way all your products are melted in together and you definitely gonna get a flawless blend. Make sure everything is dry. I like to do my mascara very lastly because I don't want it running with the setting spray. I actually need a new mascara. This one is like super clumpy right now and I'm hating it. For your bottom lashes, it is so subtle but so noticeable. It makes a big difference in your makeup. And then for lips, I usually do the NK liner in the shade light brown. I got that from the beauty supply store, or this is just a regular chocolate brown think it's an eyebrow pencil, and I use it for my lips. This one is more on the darker side and this one is on the lighter side. I think we're gonna go for the lighter brown today, and I overline my lips just a little bit. Perfect. And if you've been looking for that, ooh, that's how you know it's real. If you've been looking for that perfect baby pink lip gloss, Anastasia did her big one with this. I'm not gonna lie, like, it smells so good, it looks so good, it's the perfect shade of pink. I've tried so many lip glosses. I don't know if y'all can see that right there, but all of that are lip glosses and none of them touch Anastasia. I'm not even lying to y'all. This is the shade Cotton Candy. It smells so good, it looks so good. The talking is not even gonna do it justice. Y'all just have to see for yourselves. This and a chocolate liner is gonna do it for me every time. I do not want to wear no other lip gloss. I'm not even gonna lie. But this, none of them do it like this, baby. It make me want to try every color in this lip gloss, and it smells so good. Like, this is my favorite, my go-to. Obviously this is not an everyday look, but when you want to be cutesy and go out and give soft girl, baby, just pull up this tutorial, because y'all see this. Bomb. I'm just trying to show y'all how flawless this face looks. No cakiness, no flashback, just smoothness, looking like a filter face. And I'm just like, girl, you tea. And now y'all could be tea too, because I put y'all on. I'm just so perfect, like, wow. Cause baby, this face, they gonna do it every time. Yeah. If y'all want to see more looks, more tutorials, more lip combos, anything, just comment down below. Be sure to tune into more of my content. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.